In the heart of ancient Athens, where marble columns cast long shadows over dusty streets, begins our story about the roots of a philosophy that changed the world. Here, among bustling markets and majestic temples, lived a man whose life became legend and whose ideas sowed seeds for future generations of thinkers. Diogenes of Sinope, known as Diogenes the Cynic, was not a Stoic in the strict sense of the word. However, his influence on the birth of Stoicism is immeasurable. Imagine this bearded philosopher living in a large clay barrel, holding a lantern in broad daylight, searching for an honest man. This image is not just a colorful story, but a deep metaphor for the quest for truth and virtue in a world mired in conventions and hypocrisy. Diogenes taught that happiness does not lie in material goods or social status, but in living according to nature. He rejected artificial needs and social norms, demonstrating that a person can be free only by liberating themselves from desires and fears. As he famously said, "He has the most who is content with the least." This idea became a cornerstone for future Stoics. When the young Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, first came to Athens, he was deeply impressed by the teachings of the Cynics, followers of Diogenes. Zeno saw a kernel of truth in their philosophy, but understood that the extreme asceticism of the Cynics was unsuitable for most people. He took the best from Diogenes' teachings, the idea of living in harmony with nature and the importance of virtue, and created a more moderate yet equally profound philosophy of Stoicism. The Stoics adopted from Diogenes the idea that external circumstances do not determine a person's happiness. They developed this thought, asserting that true happiness comes from inner virtue and wisdom. As Epictetus, a later Stoic philosopher, put it, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Just as Diogenes could be happy living in a barrel, the Stoics taught that a sage can maintain calm and dignity in any circumstances. The famous encounter between Diogenes and Alexander the Great illustrates another key aspect inherited by the Stoics. When the powerful king offered to fulfill any wish of the philosopher, Diogenes merely asked him, "Stand out of my sunlight." This story demonstrates the independence of spirit and disdain for worldly power that became important features of the Stoic worldview. It reflects the belief that true wealth comes not from external possessions, but from internal freedom. The Stoics also adopted from Diogenes the idea of cosmopolitanism. When asked where he was from, Diogenes replied, "I am a citizen of the world." This concept became central in Stoic ethics, which taught that all people are part of a single human community, bound by reason and shared humanity. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, echoed this sentiment. "My city and country, so far as I am Antoninus, is Rome, but so far as I am a man, it is the world." However, the Stoics softened Diogenes' radicalism. They believed that one could live virtuously while remaining an active member of society. Instead of rejecting all social norms, the Stoics taught how to live ethically within society, fulfilling one's duties as a citizen, family member, and friend. Seneca, another prominent Stoic, advised, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." Diogenes' influence on Stoicism underscores an important philosophical principle. Ideas evolve and adapt. The Stoics took the harsh simplicity of cynicism and transformed it into a practical philosophy of life accessible to ordinary people. They preserved the emphasis on virtue and inner freedom, but added a deep understanding of human nature and the role of reason in achieving happiness. Thus, although Diogenes was not a Stoic, his life and teachings became the fertile ground from which the mighty tree of Stoic philosophy grew. From his simple barrel to the majestic works of Marcus Aurelius stretches a thread of wisdom, teaching us how to live in harmony with nature, maintain inner peace in the face of adversity, and find true freedom in cultivating virtue. What Stoicism can offer to the modern person. In today's fast-paced world, where we often feel lost among endless desires and fears, the teachings of Diogenes and the Stoicism that grew from them offer timeless wisdom. The Stoic emphasis on inner virtue, rationality, and self-control provides practical tools for navigating modern life's complexities. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This perspective is incredibly relevant in an age of constant change and uncertainty. As Epictetus advised, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we can reduce anxiety and increase resilience. This mindset encourages us to accept what we cannot change and to find peace within ourselves, rather than in external circumstances. Moreover, Stoicism promotes the idea of living in accordance with nature and reason. In a world dominated by materialism and the pursuit of superficial success, Stoicism reminds us to prioritize what truly matters: integrity, wisdom, and compassion. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Stoic practices such as negative visualization, mindfulness of the present moment, and reflection on mortality can help modern individuals cultivate gratitude and live more fully. By imagining possible challenges or losses, we can better appreciate what we have and prepare ourselves emotionally for life's inevitable difficulties. Additionally, the Stoic concept of cosmopolitanism encourages us to see ourselves as part of a larger human community. In an increasingly interconnected world, embracing this global perspective can foster empathy, cooperation, and social responsibility. As Marcus Aurelius noted, "What injures the hive injures the bee." In essence, Stoicism offers a philosophical framework that empowers individuals to lead meaningful lives, grounded in virtue and inner peace. Its teachings help us navigate the complexities of modern existence with grace and resilience, reminding us that the key to happiness lies not in the external world, but within ourselves. Perhaps now, in our era of materialism and constant pursuit of success, this ancient wisdom is needed more than ever. As we reflect on the lessons of Diogenes and the Stoics, we can find guidance on how to live authentically, ethically, and with a profound sense of purpose.